Luke is asking when choosing schools, what was it about UQ that gave you confidence that could best set you up for your medical career? Now I know that the pandemic had a lot of to do with it, Pranav and Amit, but maybe if you could sort of speak to what sets UQ apart from the other universities, we can you can just jump in.
Can go first. I guess I didn't really have like COVID as a limiting factor for me. For me, it was mainly just location where it wasn't like somewhere way like out there and rural. Like Brisbane's a great city, but it also wasn't like too major of a city where like cost of living and like other kind of big city issues became problematic. And then also like weather was like a big thing that I've kind of mentioned. And finally, it was just the fact that like Pranav and Amit mentioned too, UQ has a really big international student cohort. So I just felt like back when I was applying to medical school, I had the idea that I wanted to go like eventually come back home to North America. So I didn't want to be in a school where I was like the only one who was facing the trials and tribulations of like navigating that, especially as like a first gen med student. I'm already doing a lot on my own. I didn't want to take on extra stress. So yeah, just having like a good support system here in terms of other international students was really like the big deciding factor for me.
Yeah, non-pandemic factors aside, I think a lot of what Irvi says does hold up. Like, it is like the most major city with the cheap cost of living. Like, so it's still pretty big, but it's not Sydney or Melbourne in terms of like being ridiculously expensive. If you love the beach, like this is the city to be in, because we're like an hour away from the Golden Sunshine Coast. This is like surfer's paradise. Every like sitcom you've seen of Australian ocean is the ocean here, and the beach is here. And so like in terms of like weather, cost of living, Brisbane's just a nice city. It technically does have the shortest flight from North America of any of the other cities. Like, which hey, if you're doing these flights a couple times a year, the difference between 16 and 18 hours is a lot. But I think one of the main reasons like Amit and I picked it, like it's like the mid compared to like Sydney and Melbourne, like UQ is like the main medical school for this entire city. And so like Sydney and Melbourne have other competing schools. So like when you go to Sydney Hospital, there's like a couple of med students from a bunch of different schools. Not really the case for a lot of Brisbane. We do have other medical schools, but like UQ is by far and away the biggest in the state, and it's like not even close. And so it's really nice in that like with that big cohort, there's a lot of Canadians. There were like I think 60 of us in Amit and ours year. And so like a lot of people to talk to, a lot of people to settle in with. And so I think it's just nice from that perspective. It's an internationally world recognized school where it has like, even if the faculty itself is not providing you stuff, you get a lot from the student side of things. Because like it doesn't matter if they're not providing me resources to like study for the Canadian OSCE. I can just study with Amit, and that makes a big difference.
Yeah, I think definitely agree with Pranav and Urbi there. The only other thing I would add is that I actually had the advantage of not having a friend who went through UQ Med, who is currently in the US doing his residency. So knowing someone, having someone who's been through the program really gave me the confidence that it is definitely something that I could see myself pursue in the future. And to add to that, also just watching him go to the beach every weekend and have a good time. I mean, this is again during pandemics, so I think that option of sort of escaping that Canadian cold winters and being in warm, sunny Brisbane with no lockdowns whatsoever during the pandemic. I think that was definitely something that, yeah, that prompted me to apply here. But like I said before, yeah, I think having a huge Canadian cohort um, gave me that, I think gave me that confidence that there will be a support system here where we can help each other out for anything related to moving back to Canada or applying or even just succeeding in the program itself here.